Hey guys, it's Kristen, Michelle, and Quinn here, and we wanted to make this little video to show you some tips and tricks about advocating for your dog, and also if you're out in public and you see somebody else's dog, some of the things we should and should not be doing, and actually how you can help that person by not distracting their dog. So some of the things that I see happening, when people are trying to meet and greet your dog, that's not something that we allow on leash, but it's something you're going to encounter if you're out in public with your dog, is that somebody will walk over and just stick their hand out and shove it into your dog's face. Now, that's not something that we want to allow, because a lot of dogs would be very uncomfortable with that and growl, snap, bite, duck away, or they become extremely overexcited like Quinn and will start to jump on the person. So what you have to remember is that dogs have millions and millions of scent receptors in their nose. They can smell you from across the street. You don't have to walk up to them and shove your hand in their face. They can smell you from wherever you are. That just puts pressure on them and motivates them to make usually a very poor choice. As Michelle demonstrated, what you saw me do is I just corrected Quinn and I took a step away so that he didn't get overexcited and jump on her, and then I would also explain to the person, like, please don't touch my dog, we don't do meet and greets on leash, we're in training. Another thing that people do is they come over and they start to pet your dog from over the top. No, so I don't know if you caught that little movement, but as soon as Michelle reached out, the first thing that Quinn did was actually duck away. So if you think about yourself, it's not really comfortable for somebody to be sticking their hand on your head or in your face. Just because they're a dog, it doesn't mean that they have to like that. Most dogs don't. And again, that's an action that can encourage the dog to growl or snap at you, or overexcitement if it triggers, reactivity, hyperness, or any kind of impulsive choice by the dog. So again, with a dog like Quinn, he would jump on the person, get overexcited, whoever's holding the leash, he's pulling them down off their feet because he's so big. So that's, again, something we're not going to allow to happen to our dogs. We want to make sure we're advocating for them, and it's also something that if we're out in public, we shouldn't be doing to other dogs. So the third thing that I wanted to mention, and this is perhaps the most dangerous, is people crouching down. So when they see a dog out in public, they crouch down and try to get at the dog's eye level. Obviously this is super dangerous because you just put your face in the bite zone for the dog. It's very easy for the dog to grab your face, even if they're not scared or intimidated but overexcited. They can still smash right into your face with theirs. They can slap you with a paw. They can do all sorts of super unpleasant things that's really bad and unfortunate for you, but it's also horrible for the dog to be practicing those kinds of behaviors, and very frustrating for the owner. So when we see dogs out in public, let's go, sit. What should we be doing? Because we love to see dogs. We should just leave them alone. So if we feel like really inclined to say something, you can say to the owner, like, oh my gosh, you have a beautiful dog, and then carry on. But we shouldn't be imposing ourselves upon other dogs, and as dog owners, we shouldn't be allowing strangers and other dogs to impose themselves upon our dog. Because if I were to continue allowing strangers and dogs to approach Quinn, to touch Quinn, to enter his personal space, what we're going to end up seeing is Quinn getting overexcited again, getting reactive again, making poor choices again, because we're putting him in a situation where he really feels enabled to do those things, but also like he has no other choice. Somebody is reaching out and touching him, and he may or may not want that, and he's going to respond accordingly. So those are some tips and tricks if you're the dog handler, or if you're the human just out admiring dogs.